Hey, so today I said was gonna be a better day, and in all actuality, it was not. Um, I just can't stop fighting with my wife, and all the arguing is really starting to get to both of us to the point where the word hate is being thrown back and forth, and we have a son to raise, so that's not healthy at all by no means. Um, it's just getting so frustrating. And I just want to say, whoever the hell said, made up that whole thing of apologizing isn't for the other person, it's for you, that's shit. That's bullshit. I've apologized so much, and if anything, I feel worse. I feel so crappy because it seems like every time I apologize, I don't get no damn better. And the person that I'm sincerely sorry to, they just don't believe me and basically admitted to me that they're never going to believe that I'm sorry. So what is the point of my sorries? I don't know. I said I was going to have a better day in my last video. Today was crap. I spent most of my day depressed, anxious, just pissed off all damn day. I woke up later than usual because, as I said, I need a root canal. See, you probably can't see, but I need a root canal. So until I have that at the end of the month, I just have to be left in pain. I don't understand. If you know my nerve is exposed in my mouth, why tell me to take Tylenol? Why tell me to take Advil? When I come into your office and I tell you I've been doing that, probably more than I should, and you tell me when I ask you what I should do for the pain, you tell me to do the same thing that I just told you I'm doing more than I should. But anyways, my toothache was bad, so I didn't sleep well. And so I slept this morning, and I woke up to a text saying that I needed to have a talk with my wife. She wanted to talk to me. And as always, long story short, every conversation we have that seems it could be amicable just turns into screaming on both ends and over talking and just crap. So she suggested that she needs space away from me, and I agree. I agree that we both need space because just trying to co-parent at this time and deal with each other is not working. And it's getting out of control. And the focus of what this is all about, as far as my son, I think is being forgotten about. And sometimes even on my end, I want it, like for instance, I'm so stressed out. I usually call my son every night and do FaceTime with him. I can't even bring myself to do that because I'm just so pissed and just, I don't know. So I wanted to show you this. See this? It's a stone. Not much of a stone, but it has meaning. So when I finished my my outpatient therapy, they have this stone they give you. They give you some sort of graduation without the cap and gown, and they give you a certificate that says you finished your outpatient program. To some people, it might not seem like a big deal, and maybe it's not something to advertise that I'm in the outpatient group therapy, but I am going to put it on my refrigerator because I'm very proud of myself. And when you get this stone, what happens is they pass it around, like the therapist takes it, the people in the group take it, and they tell you something about yourself and what they feel about you and their well wishes, and they're just basically sending you off. And then once everybody's touched it, they give it to you, and then you can make a speech. I would love to say that I remember everything that everyone said, but today, I can't remember too much. Just my days have just been so shitty. I just can't remember too much of the positive things and the encouragement I was given. One thing I do remember is I was told by my therapist and one of the people in my group that I need to stop being a people pleaser and basically stop living for others and just keep on with my journey. And that's hard for me to do, especially when I know that I caused so much problems throughout this whole situation. So I need to work on that amongst a lot of other things, but I really do need to work on that portion of myself. I just can't stop being mad today. I just can't, I don't know. It's to the point where all it is about my cheating. Anything else that I've done to be a good person, it doesn't matter. Like 9.5 years has just been wiped out. There were times when I actually did consider reconciling with my wife and perhaps just trying to have my family. But as of today, me being reluctant about it, I actually am not sitting on the fence about it anymore. I'm not going to reconcile. In the last 6 weeks, she's shown no sign of reconciling. If anything, when I came out of outpatient, everything was separated. I was basically told how I'm going to be living without her and how it's going to be for me. A lot of decisions were made for me to start my life without her and my son. At that point, I should have just saw it for what it was, but my dumbass, every now and then still held out hope that perhaps I could have my family. But again, as of today, I'm saying to you and to myself, and when I say you, talking to the YouTube people, there's no reconciliation. There's just no, it's not. When you get married, you go through a lot. And before I say anything, this is a disclaimer. I'm not saying that cheating, like in the process of cheating, I thought that I could cheat, get away with it, or cheat, and my wife would find out but still take me back. So that's not what I'm about to say. What I am trying to say is that when couples go through things, part of me did think, because there are people that do get back together. Part of me did think throughout this healing process in the last 6 weeks that possibly that could be one of us. We could be one of them, but it's just not possible. There's just too much hurt and anger, misunderstanding, and miscommunication, more so than when we were together. So there's just no, it's just no way. So I just have to accept the fact that my son will be raised in 2 separate households and we are no longer a family. So that hurts me to my heart, but I guess it's how it has to be. So, and I promise you that I'm going to try to do a lot more happier YouTubes when I find something happy to talk about. Because a lot of people are not going to want to tune into any of this if all it is about me saying sorry all the goddamn time. But today was the first day I've felt this bad since the last 6 weeks, since my whole process. And it's pissing me off because I put in so much work to get in a better headspace. Today being the weekend, I have to go back to work soon. And I wanted to be in a better headspace, but I don't think that that is in the cards. I think I'm in for a long weekend for some reason. Did you see my eyebrows? I feel like I'm talking all over the place, but did you see my eyebrows? And yes, my shirt is wrinkled. I just didn't really put too much into it. I need my eyebrows done. So tomorrow I'm gonna get my eyebrows done. I have to go to my godson's birthday party. Shout out to baby Gerald. He's 6. So that in itself is making me kind of anxious because of just, oh, somebody's texting me. Okay. That in itself is making me kind of anxious just because a lot of the people I'm going to be around, I haven't really been around since all of this. I usually go to these functions with my wife, and now I'm going without my wife, so that's kind of weird for me. So I'm sure it's going to look kind of suspicious. But since I'm being so open, why not share it with, oh my God, I just look like that little emoji that goes like that, like the one, that's my favorite emoji. But now that I'm being so open, why not just be honest with everybody, I guess. I'm not going to turn the party into anything about me, but I'm saying if I shouldn't be afraid to be around people. I don't have to have the conversation with people about it, but it shouldn't make me anxious to be around people. So I'm working on that, and it's freaking hot in here. I don't know. I just want to try to make shit better, and I feel like I'm spinning my wheels, and I don't know. But on a good note, I got a call today from my mother. I think parents have some sort of intuition sometimes, especially moms when it comes to their kids, and I hope that I'm that for my son. Without knowing it, my mother called me at the right time today. My mother called, and she could sense something in my voice without having to say much. I remember not really even talking about too much about what I was going through. Listening to her funny stories because they're always hilarious. But at the end of the conversation, she basically told me to remember I'm a good person and to never forget that. So I needed to hear that. And I really do think that I am a good person who did something awful, something really awful, something that, as I just said, is non-repairable. I can't fix it. But it's important for me not to let these last 2 months define who I've been for 43 years. So, and again, I don't want to keep doing depressing stuff and reporting and talking about depressing stuff, but it is a part of my life, and I promise to be honest about everything. So I'm sorry that I didn't keep up my end when I said that today was going to be a good day because I insisted, but sometimes things on the outside can affect the inside. So I do apologize to myself for letting myself get upset and forgetting all the things that I learned in group and in inpatient therapy to fix myself. For some reason, it's not working today. So hopefully later I'll think of something funny to post, but this is what I have for now. I do understand that there's this Drake challenge that I'm probably late to the game, but I saw this because I'm into all these YouTube videos now. All these Drake challenges. Don't worry, I'm not going to be doing that because no one wants to see my 43-year-old ass twerking or doing it. Well, I don't even twerk. I don't know what that, I don't even know. But no one needs to see any of that. So I will try to find the better parts of me to be able to share with you guys too, because one thing I found out through this process is I am a very interesting person. There's a lot of different sides to me, so we'll see. But I guess that's it for now. And thank you for looking at my rock. Look at, see my rock again? Look at the rock. See the rock? Yeah. Well, actually, it's a stone.